Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to House of Haelian with a soothing, chilling episode of Nodebuster. This is part 2. I'll have a link in the description to the playlist in case you missed the first episode here. I try to always have that for any particular games that, basically have more than one video, I guess you could say, attached to them. But yeah, it's going to be a bit confusing if you haven't seen it, so I highly recommend starting from the beginning. In fact, I need a lot of reminders here for myself, because the truth was that I had... From Prestige 3. I have to remind myself here. I had actually recorded that video about a week before I had posted it, just because a lot of other games came out, and I was already, slightly late, I guess you could say, to posting it, so I'm a little, lost. I almost don't remember what the hell I was doing, But we'll do our best. We're gonna have a relaxing time. Destroy the blocks. I kind of remember where we are. I watched the end of the video to kind of remind myself there, too. But yeah, look at that health go down really quickly here. I mean, it's going by quickly on Prestige 3. I don't know how much we want to work on Prestige 2. It just seems like it would probably be best for my memory to stick to 1, basically. So we can max out Proficiency to level 10. Someone suggested that maybe you have to max out certain upgrades to see the next branch, which is possible. We also have these nodes down here. Or sorry, the bolt damage over here. Plus 25% damage to pulse bolts. It is quite expensive, though. So yeah, there's a lot for me to look around. Plus 1% chance for blue to spawn. Yeah, don't think we care too much about that right now. Pickup range is not a big deal. Do we have any milestones to claim? Does not look like we do. I think it sorts them anyway. So we gotta buy something here. We do have some armor already. I'm looking to see if there's... I mean, we could grab one of these to see what goes on after it. It's probably health-related, though, of course, right? Almost certainly. Almost certainly, but maybe it's a good time. Well, it wasn't great. Plus 80 max health. It could be worse, though. Back at it we go, then. I know it's a short game. I'm mostly aware of it. I mean, 80 max health, that's, actually a pretty significant increase when you look at it. I'm not certain in terms of dollars spent, though, if it is the wisest purchase. Don't know. I'm not looking to min-max here on this game, I'd say. That's not usually my thing, I'd say. I know some of you might look at some other games I play, such as perhaps the Hades, and think, oh, well, this guy always takes the most optimal things whenever he can. It's that's not usually my vibe, honestly. Especially when I'm playing a game like this. I'm mostly just here to relax, I'll try to take the things that sound the most correct. I need 1 more for Connection Buster, but we are 6 off. Boss damage doesn't do anything at the moment. Okay, so maxing out Proficiency did actually show us Potency now, which is interesting. Good to know. But yeah, for something like this, kind of... a bit more chill. This is really cheap, so why don't we max that out now, right? So if it's yellow, it's max, it would appear. If it's red, it is not. If it's green, I can afford it, but it is not maxed out. Okay, good. Reminding myself, don't you know. Restore health on kill. I have, no max health from this thing. It costs 65. Okay. I'm not certain how meaningful this is, but these are very cheap. Will allow us to survive a little bit longer, so we shall accept. We shall accept. Yes, the other game I was talking about, I would recommend checking out. It's called The Gnorp Apolog. It's a GNORP. Put that into Steam, and if you get that game, you're gonna have a good time. It's a similar vibe to this, where it's kind of relaxed and big number go up kind of situation, and it just goes much further than you'd ever guess. One of those games, right? Where it keeps exceeding your expectations, like, wow, it's not over, and stuff like that. We got 1 SP because we got to level up. Okay. So, for instance, we got plus 1 bolts per attack. That can be leveled up 5 times. Wow, that's actually quite a bit. We're not getting a lot of blue. Plus 15% exploder explosion size. Interesting. Interesting. How do we want to spend our SP today, we think? I'll get my bearings and we'll go We'll go more quickly through this eventually, I promise. Exploder area, huh? It's either that or the bolt count as far as I can see. I don't know if I'm super impressed on the bolts, honestly, yet. That does take a lot of levels. So does this one. Oh, this is already level 1? Well, let's get this one to see where that goes. +2 bolts per attack. I see. Does that mean I should start grabbing bolt damage then here? Probably, maybe? Maybe it's not so much a probably. I could save my money, but it seems like an instance where there's not much point in doing that. You might as well just spend, and that way you last longer, you earn more money every session, etc., etc. That's my hope. This must be like one of those... This music is kind of like one of those channels on YouTube that always gets advertised with the girl studying. Chill lo-fi beats to study to. It's like, man, I haven't had to study in 20 years. It's interesting because as I've gotten older, I feel like listening to music, like sitting down and listening to music, for some reason it's kind of something that went away a little bit. Just for me, at least. I don't know if it was an age thing. I don't know if it was... You know, I just kind of moved over for other hobbies. I think that is actually a big part of it. When you get less time to do your hobbies, you kind of just got to narrow down what you have time for, right? Top off connection buster, maybe? I don't really see much point in taking a bunch of magnet right now. It just seems unnecessary. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to anything new. I kind of didn't think it would. But what can you do? Plus 0.6 armor. Okay, let's finish that. So that maxed out. So now we have bolster plus 2 armor. Plus 2% armor per enemy in the area. They're equal in cost, too. I think it tells you when you have something to claim over there, but I'm not really sure. Sometimes I'll put on music if I have an opportunity, for instance, to listen to music while doing something that doesn't require me to listen, I guess. You know, making a thumbnail, actually. Occasionally, I'll do it. But also, YouTube, in terms of, like, just videos and having them on in the background, that's not actually music, has sort of taken over a large portion of that space, admittedly, as time goes on. We are... Okay, so what if I purposely start attacking fewer enemies? It doesn't really seem to help, actually. Okay. So boss damage is not meaningful right now, I would say. Not one bit. The progress has slowed a bit. We could probably take more armor so that we don't die as easily. That's 500 now. Okay. I guess we'll take health on return too. Seems like armor might be what we're gonna need to keep going here. I don't know how much armor we have exactly, but 2% more armor for every enemy in our crosshair. I wonder, yeah, you kind of got to know how much armor you already have to start with to know if 2% is really worth it, probably. I would think. But yeah, 2 armor just from that one might actually be surprisingly important. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for holding out on this game. I mean, it was only a week, but a week is a long time in this universe, honestly. Oh, we made it to the boss. Sweet. Yeah, it looks like that armor gain was actually pretty important. What if I stop attacking the boss for a second? Nah. There's some kind of scaling that makes that harder. Okay, but we were actually pretty close. Okay, we also got some blue going on. Potency plus 6 damage. I don't know if boss damage should be the priority when that armor was really quite useful. We could spend the blue on what was it? Potency, I guess? Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Let's take a look over here. Critical hit chance. Oh, here we go. Plus 10%. 10% is a lot, too. Plus 25% damage to undamaged enemies. Also quite nice. So it seems like a good spot to spend our blue in particular. Up here, restore plus 1% max health per second. I see. Just kind of glancing around. I'm thinking that armor made a big deal. Plus, we're getting damage out of potency. So I'm thinking we're just going to go big on the armor for now. Sure, we'll max that out. Here we go. We got something else here. Restore plus 8 health on enemy kills. So it goes from 1 to 8, but we do require the blue. All right, I'm thinking we're going to be able to get past this prestige on this round. What do we think? I think we can do it this time. Yeah, thank you so much for the outpour? Would that be the term? The outcry of support for this game? I said it before, but I say it at the end of the video, which is probably a mistake from a YouTube perspective. It doesn't take much for me to convince me to play a game or to play more of a game or something like that. Few people suggest that that's really all it takes. You know, that's honestly how I gauge interest in games. We have a lot of great people in the Discord that post like really interesting games too. And I'll often, you know, go and look at them. Can't promise I'll play every single one of them, you know, but it gives me something to at least look at. It's very, very satisfying to find, you know, these random little games that, you know, probably should get more attention than they do. We almost died, but then we pulled it off. Okay, there we go. Boss defeated. Prestige 4 has been unlocked. Yeah, we got really low on health for a moment there, but then we came back. All right, here we go. Moving on. Let's see. So we got one people. So we can do Bolt a Barrage. I wonder if we almost need to decide... Oh, what's this one? I don't remember that one. Domain expansion plus 50% attack size. Wow. That is a lot, right? I wonder if it's from the base. It's probably from the base, right? Probably. This max health would probably make a big difference too. I think the attack size would be huge here, huh? Plus 100% attack size can go to after that. Unlock the Crypto Mine tab. Oh my. Oh dear, oh my stars and my stripes. Well, we have just enough blue to do potency. One more time there. To undamaged enemies to hopefully one-shot them, huh? Interesting. The armor was proving quite useful. Can't really decide what we want to do here, though. Trying to one-shot enemies sounds kind of interesting. 25% damage to enemies below 50% HP. Okay. Good to know. There's the bolts. I think this health is pretty nice, too. I don't know if you want health or armor here. I guess armor would make more sense. Nothing else available, right? Doesn't look it. Because more max health doesn't really equate to lasting longer per se. However, oh, we got like these little pill forms now. I wonder what that means. Since enemies often take more than one hit, you kind of need a certain amount of health pool in order to keep it alive. But when you actually start getting kills, you're going to recover health from some of the upgrades that we have going on, right? So probably not Last Strike so much. Okay, this can be upgraded multiple times. Crit chance is interesting. So it can be upgraded 10 times, so assumably it goes up to 100%, huh? Kind of just curious what appears afterwards, so let's grab it. Okay. Plus 50% crit damage. There's no diminishing returns in the crit chance, but it looks like it's going to get really expensive. Okay. Good to know. That's all we got for right now. I wonder if there's a way to gain XP faster, because it seems like it's going to be a while. Make sure we kill the blue ones, because they're a hot commodity right now. Try to make sure we collect all the resources. We're not lasting very long right now. Not really a big surprise, though. 500, 510. This one barely scales up. Looks like that's all we can do. It would be interesting if we had a stat of, like, at the end of each session here, resources per minute or per second, right? Because that way it could help you decide if I should drop down to prestige for a while or not. Armor, I would think it's probably a flat reduction, maybe? Maybe it's a percentage, I don't know. We already died. You don't have a lot to spend yet again. 500, 520. I'm gonna take the flat amount of armor still here. I haven't really been watching the bar to see how far we're getting here yet. It doesn't really seem like we gain a lot more of the red resource by moving up prestige. Maybe we are, but I don't think it's by a huge amount, right? It doesn't feel like it, at least. I should probably try to purposely target the round ones so as to destroy closer by enemies, right? I wonder if the big blocks, do they hurt more if I attack them? I'm not really sure. Hey, we got an SP. Oh, right, because we got a level. Lovely, then. Exploder explosion size. I feel like we've already kind of started getting into the bolts, so I guess I'll want to keep up with that. I mean, I guess we did put one into the exploder area. Is that new, or am I crazy? I'm crazy. That's the crypto tab. Wonder what that could mean. That's a lot of blue to ask for. I guess if you wanted to farm blue, you might want to go down a prestige, right? It kind of seems like that would be the case, but let's throw one on the bolt count again, shall we? Why don't we top off this armor and see where it goes? It's plus 5 armor for every 700 now. It's still actually rather cheap, I gotta say. Like the last 2 levels that we got of armor, it felt like it made a pretty big difference in our lasting appeal. Appeal? Or we need more blue guys. It's very expensive to get them to spawn more often, if I remember correctly. I can't help but wonder, what if I'm missing out on some like really important upgrades? So, like I'm just like one away from checking something out, and this could be moving along so much faster, but it comes back to the whole min-max thing, you know? We're here for a good time. You know what I mean? Not for a short time. Sometimes people ask me to make the videos longer, too. You know? Really cherish the moment. 2% per enemy in the area. Can we look at our stats anywhere? I'm checking out the milestones. I got nothing. I don't think we can see our stats, which is a bit disappointing. That'd probably be nice, right? I kind of want to see where this goes now. Plus 25% armor against bosses. Do I really want to conserve our blue in order to get this crypto mine tab as quick as possible? I think you might want to. I think you do. I probably can't afford 2 levels of this. I was kind of hoping anyway. Is there anything else I can buy? Yeah, the max health is still pretty nice to grab here, I would say. 80 health is a lot for us, right? That's like a 30% increase or something. It's not a small amount. Saving that circle here until enemies are a bit closer. It almost seems like it doesn't matter if we choose damage or armor. You know, it's just a matter of time. Armor lets us survive longer. Damage lets us kill more enemies. Hey, we actually got some blue out of that. Thank God. We might actually make it to the boss this time. I'm looking at our health here. But we're probably not going to survive, if I were to guess. Boss has appeared. I think, yeah, the boss is absolutely dunking on me. Now the bolts, interestingly, can hit the boss instead. Oh, well. We earned a lot of resources, at least. That we did. Crit chance. So we just unlocked armor versus bosses, right? Yeah, it's going to be a while, though. I don't think you go into that yet. So the armor's looking pretty okay against regular enemies, at least. Yeah, I might save the blue. I mean, getting to 40 is going to take a while. Oh, 50? I swear it was 40. Am I losing my marble? Might be. So what's the point of armor right now if it's not gonna allow us to survive for longer? It seems like you might as well take damage instead, huh? Maybe we'll go crit chance. Well, hold on. The armor would allow me to survive for longer against the boss. But we made it all the way to the boss, no problem, last round. So I might as well take the damage to try to kill more enemies. Something damage related, at least, right? To try to kill more enemies along the way to the boss. Because considering the boss dunked on me in 2 hits, I think it's gonna be a while. Let's make sure we get these blues. They don't always drop blue, though, unfortunately. Maybe I waited too long to attack the boss too, though. Boss is already here. I don't think the bolts matter. Alright, I hit the boss once. I went down to like 60 health immediately from full. 6 more blues. Okay. Crit chance is now 3,000 apiece. There's also the bolt damage. How much are we talking here? Spawn rate could have been interesting, I'll admit. Maybe that's what we want to be working on. I'll throw a bunch into bolt damage for now, though. Something tells me that crypto mining lab thing could be important. I don't see anything that would help us earn more blue along the way. I think there might be something, but the upgrades are very expensive. Should probably take a peek at those to remind myself at least, right? So we might be stuck on Prestige 4 for a bit longer. More damage will allow us to clear out more enemies here. But damage is not what we need in order to get through the boss. We need to take less damage from it. For sure. Oh man, I died. Alright, we're at 28. Maybe it won't take that long after all. Spawn rate plus 100%. Where's the blue thing? Plus 1% chance for blue enemies to spawn. It costs 1,500. I only have 1 level in it. I think I'm just going to take the spawn rate. Plus 100% more spawn rate. Again, it's probably based on the base amount, right? But more enemies equals more resources. So this is how we can earn more resources. Because I don't think getting like a bunch more damage is really going to do a whole lot. If we could get a larger area to attack, or more enemies, that's probably the best way. Trying to scale up out here, you know? I think it makes sense. This is kind of interesting because, you know, this is not how you would play most games, I suppose. Although, what are most games, right? It's mostly just how do you get through, you know, this set of enemies, this little circumstance, you know. You would never normally want to spawn additional enemies. The resource management makes it interesting, I think. I tried to actually avoid the boss there. So you could go even more enemies. We're getting close on the blue. I guess I will do that. It's kind of hard to judge how helpful it was. It looked like our red resource got increased, I don't know, maybe 10% with that upgrade. we're gonna eventually upgrade it so it seems like a good time to grab it. It's kind of hard to say. The thing is, upgrading a lot of cheap upgrades in an instance like this might be better, because usually the amount of resources you earn scales up over time, and so trying to save up for something really expensive, you know, might be kind of a waste of time, because they're just going to give you a lot more resources a little bit later on, right? Could be. Could be. Look at all the blues. Looks like we gained another level. So I guess we're going to go into the pulse bolts. We got 2601, so it is still going up. We did get an SP. So I guess we're going to do more bolts with that then. It's either that or the exploder area. I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. We're getting close. It might be time to do some more armor here then, because we are just kind of dying. Oh yeah, I can't afford more enemies, unfortunately. You could get more blue enemies. Sure, I'll grab one. But that'll probably be it for a while. We'll do more armor. And then I guess we'll get some more max health on our way out. Moving on. Something tells me this is going to be the kind of game like, oh man, kind of wish it didn't end. Maybe there's only so much you can do though, right? I'm trying to think of other games where I was almost sad that it was ending. I felt that way about like shows and books, movies to some degree or another. I think movies, it's harder to get as invested though, because it's usually just a couple hours, right? I remember beating, ooh, there we go, earned some money. Do we have enough for the crypto mining tab? Oh, we're too short. Too short. Game that comes to mind. Oh, we hit a milestone, though. Red Slayer, plus 5K. Yo. Okay. I guess while we're kind of rich, I will do one more on the infesting. Now it's really expensive. I don't know about the blue so much here. I mean, we definitely need a lot of blue. Yeah, maybe I should. We need a lot of blue. We can still grab some armor over here too, right? Okay. Should just be one more. And then we can get the crypto mining tab. I have no idea what that means, by the way. A game I remember, it took me forever to get through it all. Really random call out. I played, I mean, as far as I can tell, every Dragon Quest game in the series. Even the side ones. I got started on the side ones. The Monsters games. Dragon Quest Monsters, Monsters Joker, etc., etc. I haven't played the new one, though. And when Dragon Quest XI ended, it took me, almost 200 hours just to get to the ending of the game. I was a bit sad about it. It's like, oh man, it's over. Now what am I going to play? We are at the boss. I suspect we still can't beat it, though. Yeah, we take too much. I'm just gonna earn what we can here. It is getting close, though. Avoiding hitting the boss now, then, instead. What happens if the boss just leaves here? I can't remember now. They're having a hard time taking us out. Try to make sure I get all the resources. Looks like we're about to go. 4,700, and I got 40 blue. Let's go. All right. Wow. Now we're swimming in it. It makes me wonder if Node Finder, getting more blue is really worth it. But let's unlock the crypto mining tab. And let's take a look at what they want here. So you can deposit some money. Conversion speed, 5 red per second. You can upgrade the speed with the yellow chip that I don't have. So I can deposit some money. Amount of deposited bits that are currently being processed. Total amount of net coin that the deposited bits will convert into. Time until all deposited bits. So we can convert it into net coin, whatever that means. But it takes time. Oh, wow, it really is turning into like an idler. Deposit bits, and they will automatically be converted into net coin over time. Spend processors to improve the conversion speed. So we may have gotten there a little early, because I don't know if we really... Okay, you have to get that in order to unlock the processor acquisition, which will speed up the process, but we don't really know how useful that's going to be. Interesting. It's just governing itself right now, right? It's only upgrading itself, so we don't really understand how this will be helpful yet. So back at it we go. Perhaps saved up a bit early for that then. I might just tackle the boss and see what we can do. This time. Might just die very quickly, but yeah, we'll check it out. Still want to make sure we get as many of the blues as we can, though. Alright, there's the boss. Let's start going here. And we're already dead. We're getting a lot more blues per session, though. So it's going to be a while, so... I'm trying to judge. We only earned 2,700. So we're going to get... This is going down. It's going to take 15 minutes? Holy crap. That's like a lot, right? I'm trying to understand how much we're going to end up with. 0.04, if I understand correctly. We need 0.01. Okay, so we're going to get to 0.01 to grab processor acquisition a bit earlier. Okay, so we don't need to save blue for anything else anymore then. Plus 25% armor against bosses. Now that sounds like kind of a lot. That's probably worth it. I don't even know if I need swarm defense system now. But yeah, now we've increased our armor by quite a bit. Oh, damn, it put me just below 1,200. Dang. We can grab some potency while we're there. Give me some bolt damage as well for funsies, I guess. All right, and Prestige 4 is definitely going down now. 100%. I wonder if they had to consider, should there be a speed up button in this game? Should there be? I think just kind of relaxing and thinking about what's going on here is an important aspect of it. And speeding things up just speeds up the ending, you know? It's kind of hard to describe here. It's a game that kind of works around our psyche in some way. The dopamine hits for just grabbing things and increasing numbers and stuff. Thinking a little bit about how we should handle the future and everything. How are we gonna do against this boss? It still is actually hurting us by quite a bit. Kind of surprised. Trying to get some other things in here too. Looks like we'll be okay though. I want to grab this before it escapes. Hey, we did it! Boss defeated. Prestige 5 has been unlocked and we got a Poiple. So unlocking a prestige faster. Hey, we can grab the processor acquisition. Oh, but that's it. Chances for yellow enemies to spawn. Oh, we don't know anything else about it. Huh. I think we're going to go into big attack size here then. There was another purple to grab. Bolt Barrage. Plus 2 pulse bolts per attack. I think I'd still just want the area here. 10% chance to automatically collect enemy drops when dropped. It's not that useful, it sounds to me. It's alright, but it doesn't sound that special from where I'm standing. More damage against bosses is quite cheap. But it's going to be a long time before we get to another boss, so it feels a bit wasteful to bother with it right now. We try to max out the swarm defense system. Well, I don't think we're maxing it this time. We can get a couple more on the potency, since we're moving up. Restore 0.5 health when hitting an enemy. Let's grab that max health. I'm going to hold off on that one. So now we can get yellow. Yellow will upgrade the processing of the crypto mine, but that's all it does right now. I'm sure we'll find more things, but for the moment, I don't really see a purpose in depositing more into the crypto mine. I don't know, maybe we should always be depositing some amount, just so that we're processing some amount, because assumedly it's going to be useful eventually, right? Unless they pulled like a meta on us and it ends up being useless. Looks like our armor is okay here, huh? Oh, no, there we go. Suddenly started going down there. Okay. Okie dokie. Did I see any yellow? I don't think so. I don't think I did. So it's still going to be a long time, but we can... Oh, I cannot upgrade the speed yet. Never mind. So no armor against bosses. Can we top it? We cannot top it. It was close, though. We'll grab some regular armor. Now I guess we'll get one more on the max health still, too. Okay. I don't know how big these pulse bolts really are. Hey, we found our first yellow. So I think we got a chip out of that. Maybe now if we spend one, it'll unlock some future upgrades, or I don't know, maybe just further into the tree we'll eventually find more stuff based on that. No idea. Health that's going down. Lots of enemies on screen. Oh, we actually made it to the boss. No doubt it's going to destroy us if we try to attack it, though. All right, we got one yellow. 27 hundo. So now we can go to Crypto Mine. Upgrade the speed. So it doubled the speed, actually. And you can, yeah. Doesn't really explain what it's for still, though. Yeah, I guess it's just going to show up later, huh? Interesting. Bolt count. I'm looking where we spend our SP here. I like it how I feel like I've been neglecting the bolt damage. Not really, it's pretty expensive, but I keep putting the SP over here. This is 15% exploder explosion size. Am I gonna suddenly do a reversal here and change my mind and put SP into the exploder? I shouldn't. Because this stuff takes forever to get, right? So if we're gonna focus on anything, if we already started to focus somewhere, we should really stick to it, I think. I'm actually not sure where to spend after that. Well, I guess I'll put my money where my mouth is and take the damage. Okay, we maxed out potency. Now we had Node Blade. 50 blue for plus 25 damage. It's getting pricey out there. Is there anything else I can upgrade with this blue? There's up here. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. Restore plus 8 health on enemy kill. Okay, it's just one level. Okay, I was curious if it would lead into anything else, but it did not. So we can't even increase the spawn rate of the yellow. I don't know what the point of processing any more bits is, so I guess I won't bother spending any bits until I can see it. Because I don't want the game to like trick me and have it turn out that it's all completely useless. I wouldn't really suspect the game to do that to us, but who knows? Maybe it's trying to pull a joke on us here, you know? Trying to pull one over an old Danny boy. No way we're beating the boss this round still, I'd imagine. Maybe I'll attack the boss with one hit. We're probably miles away from it, though. Okay, one little hit. Oh, it immediately killed me. How did we gain 4K this time, I wonder? Immediately killed me. Okay, interesting. Wait, is that a sign that the bolt damage was actually really important then? I don't know. Maybe. We do have a lot into our bolt count. Well, it could be, you know, we got some more potency too there, right? Alright, I guess I'll pour some in there. Get one more on that armor because it works out quite well. We have 28 blue. Restore health when hitting an enemy. I feel like that would just be better than scaling regeneration personally. Plus we can max this out pretty easily. I guess we'll save our blue after that a little bit. Okay, looks like we're good to go. I mean, there's gotta be... They gotta do something with this stupid crypto mine, right? They wouldn't do that to me. They wouldn't trick me like that. Wife and I have plans later today. This is like a morning. I guess. I don't know why I'm describing it. This is a morning. This is the morning. The day that I'm recording, that I'm publishing this video. We have plans. We're gonna go. We have a cute little date. We're gonna go get ramen, and then there's like a place to hike nearby. Gonna have a good time out there. You see people say on the internet, like when you get married or when you have a spouse or whatever, you gotta still take them out on dates. You gotta go on dates. You gotta have a date night. I'm here to say that ensuring that one day a week you do something alone together. I mean, I don't think it has to be that. I just don't think that needs to be a hard and fast rule. Not to mention lives are hectic. You can't always promise that. Yes, you have to spend time together, or rather you should spend time together. Let's upgrade the speed again. Oh, it doubles. Huh. 98% on that one. I'll talk more about it in a minute, I guess. I guess I will take plus 25D there. We'll max out the bolt damage to see where we go. Pulse bolts will explode when they expire. Oh my. Seems kind of like it should just be more armor now. We max that out. Plus 2 armor. Wait, why did it get worse? It says super armor, then it says bit armor. This is bolster, which is the same thing. Plus 2 armor. Plus 2 armor, but it goes up to level 20. Huh. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I like it how I'm trying to give, I guess you'd call it, relationship advice here in this random YouTube video about breaking blocks or anything. It's not really advice. But that whole thing where, you know, you read people's advice on the internet and they say that the solution to all of your relationship or marital problems is to start taking each other out on dates. It's like, I just don't think it's that simple, unfortunately, you know? You don't have to go to a sit-down restaurant to spend quality, important time together, I guess is one way to look at it. You don't need to go do mini golf. You don't need to go to a bar and order drinks. You don't need to go to a movie theater. You know, spending time and talking to each other and finding things that you both care about to discuss or do, you know, is the best way to handle it, I think. So don't feel like you have to have a date night. You get 100 blue. Ooh. We have another one? We got 8,000 for the red buster, too. And upgrade this again, so it's doubled. But again, I don't know what the purpose is, so I'm not going to waste my money. Plus 10% chance for double resource drops. Very expensive. Plus 1% chance for blue enemies to spawn. There's also the spawn rate. We can cap that. Ooh. Aha! Overloaded. Plus 400% spawn rate. So that costs 0.1, which is a lot, I think. I'm not actually sure. Okay, wait a minute. You just move over 4 decimal points, so I think it's like 10K. I think. Put that all in there. Which might be enough, actually. Now we're broke, right? Oh, no, we have a bunch of blue to spend. 400%, huh? Interesting. We have like a lot of blue to spend, huh? I guess we'll fill out Node Blade here then. Aha! So it turns out you do need a ton of this stuff, huh? Get a drone that occasionally attacks nearby enemies, plus 100 damage. And I can buy this right now, actually. Well, I'm gonna do that instead of... What was I thinking? Overloaded? Because I think that makes a bit more sense now. So I have a lot of blue to spend. Or quite a bit of blue to spend. Sure, cap out that armor too. Armor against bosses. Kind of makes sense for us here. I'm just kind of spending like crazy now. It's getting interesting, right? Come on now. Ooh, everything's just like dying. What did I take damage really? Could be in my head, I don't know. Might be able to smack the boss down this round, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe. Feels like we're kind of done with this prestige. Oh, right, we did take a bunch of damage. I forgot. Like a ton. Of course. We got a new level. I have a lot of armor versus bosses, but I don't think it's going to be enough. All right. I'm trying to kill other enemies in between here. Hitting the boss. Oh, I still died. Damn, we earned a lot of resources, though. Okay. So it's still converting. Need 0.06 for plus 100 damage. 0.01. But I want to make sure we're always converting here, probably, at this rate. So I'll put another 5k in while we are kind of waiting. And then, I don't know, I guess just armor, right? Can't afford that one. We'll top this off. It didn't go anywhere, unfortunately. Seems like armor is the way to go. Oh, I had an SP, so we can top that off. Okay, beautiful. Looking around a little bit. I feel like I don't like this one, but it is very, very cheap relative to other stuff. So I should probably just grab it. I don't know if the game has this thing where if I deal more damage, I take more damage. Like versus a boss and stuff. I have no idea how that works. I wonder how the math works a little bit here. Am I curious enough to do anything about it? Absolutely not. But they've piqued my interest, I guess. Okay, we've made it back to the boss. I don't think we made a lot of progress this time, though. Might be able to do it. Nope. Not even close. Okay. So we could go Netblade again. Get a drone that occasionally attacks nearby enemies. I can't tell how good that's going to be, huh? But we should probably try it one of these days. Perhaps today is that day. So we don't have a lot left here. I wish we could get another yellow drop. So yeah, I decided to deposit again. We got to find out what the drone be doing. So now you can do plus 20% auto pulsar movement speed, plus 25% auto pulsar attack size. I see, I think. Okay. Plus armor versus bosses and a little bit of regular armor. Okay. I'm tempted just to wait until we hit enough for another net blade. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. It'd be a waste of time. Oh, this is our thing here. Oh, okay. So it's a whole other pulsar. Now, does it actually deal the same amount of damage as we deal? Because that's kind of important. That's definitely going to be useful. Okay, it just started to get interesting, I gotta say. I wonder if there will come a point where, you know, kind of like in the cookie clicker in other games like that, where clicking on the cookie yourself with your mouse just becomes totally meaningless, right? Eventually. Because everything is too automated. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, really. I wonder if we'll see a big uptick in resources here. So now, with this thing that's clicking for us, I'll be honest, getting something that auto-collects everything for us could probably be really nice. Oh, but is this a problem for trying to earn back health from attacking enemies now, I wonder? Maybe. Oh, we got. Okay. No milestones or anything. I might wait for overloaded, one level of it now. So we're close, so I'm going to deposit another 5k. We do not have any yellow to spend. We still got plenty of money. We can put somewhere else, though. I've been pouring a lot into armor, right? Like a lot. To undamaged enemies. 10% more crit chance. To enemies below half HP. I guess for like a boss, that could be useful. This could help ensure we one-shot the bosses. Okay, we got one level of overloaded. Did not branch out into anything else. That's plus 400% spawn rate, which you would think would equate to a lot more enemies on the screen now. Goodbye, bitrate. It should do quite a bit. And I wonder, does that mean it also affects the spawn rate of blues in a sense, right? Spawn rate of the blue is, it's like, I don't know, 3%. It's quite low. So that means 3 out of every 100 enemies spawned should be blue. So if we're just spawning more enemies overall, that should increase enemies like blue and yellow for that matter too, I would think, right? I would think. The crypto is how we're gonna be able to get out of this, no doubt, though. Or keep moving forward. Aho! Session terminated. Boss has been defeated. Prestige 6 has been unlocked. That is lovely. We have done it. I just realized Giant Slayer, like, we haven't gone anywhere with it. Even though it's actually quite cheap nowadays. Yeah, we have to keep depositing here. We don't have any yellow to upgrade that, though. So now we have another SP. We've gone a lot into bolts. So it seems like plus 2 bolts per attack would be wise. Let me remind myself. Oh, but you can get attack size as well now. Oh, gosh. I can't decide. I still feel like that's just better, though. Right? What does this say again? Plus 2 bolts per attack. I can't decide. I don't know. What do you do? Plus 25% auto pulsar attack size. Well, this one is 1 level, so I guess I'm going to grab it and see where it goes. Plus 100% damage to pulse bolts. Yeah, that was just 1 level at least. We got a little bit more to spend. Nothing crazy, though. Why don't we try to top off Giant Slayer soon? See where that goes in the branching paths, right? Grab some more armor along the way. For the blue spendage, oh, we have net blade available again. I think I am just going to do that then. Takes 5 levels, huh? Where can I even spend the blue? Well, there are some really expensive blue things like Bolt Burst here, right? Auto Pulsar attack size. Guess I'll grab that for now, though. Why don't we do 1 session on Prestige 6? See how things have kind of changed, if at all. Oh, I died, like, instantaneously. Interestingly. Okay. Kind of wasn't expecting that. Hold on. So, yeah, my health just goes down very drastically. Am I gonna have to rely on the auto pulsar to deal damage for us? But then how do I stop dealing damage myself? Oh, this is quite spicy. So it looks like we might have to go back in time. But I think we're gonna call it there for this episode. It's been close to an hour, right? And we shall have to continue the next one. Again, I appreciate y'all and your support for the game, or for any game that I play. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. It does help me determine what to show on the channel. Tells me what y'all like, don't like, etc., etc. Tell me your thoughts. You know the deal. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.